Hey guys, Wyndham. I wanted to try to show you what Adycat used to be. First of all, there's two ways that you would get to Adycat. One would be to go to adycat.com, in which case you would see this verbiage here in a video, and dashboard is something Doug got thrown up there for some strange reason. There would not be a join button here. Under here would be the way to actually join and log in, the fields to log into. So I'm going to go ahead and click that now, and I'll give you the URL address of what this video should be. When I click login, this is what should appear under the video, not on a separate page. Now, one thing that is missing here, two problems here. One, there's no longer a place to put your sponsor's affiliate ID. There's supposed to be a space below it was below confirm password, above affiliate agreement, another space that was titled sponsor's affiliate ID. You would enter the sponsor's affiliate ID, and if you continued in this route, you would be credited and you'd be in the downline of that sponsor. Another thing, we had a problem in that if you just went to adycat.com/members after you were logged in, you could see everybody's personal information. There's a lot of personal information in there. Doug's method of trying to fix that was to put this stuff here where the person can change. I got to get rid of all of this. That's not a possible way to fix the problem. Get rid of this fields can be seen by anyone or change it. You can click it and change it from anyone or just logged in users. Of course, that doesn't even work. It just goes back to anyone. All this has got to be gotten out of there. Now, the other way to get to the Adycat.com was to follow a URL address for a particular user. So that would mean that if I sent my URL address to somebody and they followed that link, they would be able to join up and automatically be under me. Now again, in this situation, it's just the opposite problem as it was before. We need to add the video in and then the create account information underneath. Got to get rid of all this if the field can be seen by anyone crap. And then the other thing in between confirm password and affiliate agreement, there was not a field for your user ID. It actually showed the avatar of your sponsor, and if you hovered over it, it said the name of your sponsor, so you would know that you're connected to the sponsor, the person that invited you to be here. So again, this page would need the video, the promotional video, directly underneath it, this form, without all this crap, and it used to have the icon or the avatar of the sponsor. When you hovered over it, it would say the display name of that sponsor. Also, he seems to always, something he did, this keeps coming back in here, this AAAA1. Got to get rid of that some sort of way. Now I'm going to log in to show you the rest of it. I'm going to log in as admin. Now, normally before when I logged in as an admin, I would go directly to my admin active dashboard, which is this. Up here there used to be all this is nothing like it was before. I'm going to show you what it was before. But in addition to what it was for non-administrative users, there was also an extra space called dashboard. If I clicked on the word dashboard, it would bring me to the back end. Now, if I click on Adycat, it brings me to the back end. Now, this I guess is pretty much the same, except I notice that when I click users, it takes forever and ever and ever and ever and ever to show me all the users. In fact, I'm going to have to edit some time out. Understand, I'm editing probably 20 seconds out here. Okay, that was about 30 seconds before this would show up. Again, I guess the biggest problem here I want to show you is that I took a lot of these people out, but I left a few people to show. These people that are logging in with a name like this with the 2 capital letters at the end, they are computers that are logging in, and that's because he took out the Camtasia thing or whatever it's called. Another issue, I used to be able to click like switch to, and it would bring me right to the dashboard actively of the user, not to this intermediate page. It would go straight to the dashboard. Now, if I go to here, then click Adycat again, I actually do get to the dashboard of that. And this is one of my user accounts, this is not my admin account. Uh, but from here, I need to come straight to this spot if at all possible. Now, if you can see what he did, this is where you can get to the personal information of everybody. He just made it blank. He just made it show up blank. Uh, we just want to keep people from being able to go to other people's dashboards unless they're administrator, if at all possible. All right, the first button was the Sales Center. It was levels 1 through 7 are paid out based on this commission. Levels 8, 9, and 10 were bonus levels that kick in after certain things are accomplished. He seemed to get those things working. Now these numbers are totally wrong. Okay, I don't know what he was thinking. On my one that has a level 10, it actually has more dollars than there are particles in the solar system. I don't know where he made these huge numbers become so big, but they should have levels 1 through 7, and then when 8 becomes available, level 8, 9, and 10. On my admin, I have all 10, and it actually seems to work. This would be the number of affiliates that I have on each level. Of course, there's a force 5, so you can't have more than 5. Occasionally, I might have more than 5 because I've placed somebody there for some reason. Like on the second level, somebody has 6, so this would only be 25. The addies viewed, this is going to click every time every time one of these 5 users watches an addy, this clicks up 1. And so on. So this would be a column that adds up how many addies in that particular month have been viewed. At the end of the month, it clicks back to 0. This is the commission pay, which is actually just a regurgitation of what is on the administrative page on the referral commissions. And this number, let me tell you what this math should be. This math should be the number of addies viewed times 10 cents times 5%. And it should be dynamic. And it was at one time. And then he said, I want to make it potential monthly earnings. And then he just made it these crazy numbers that make no difference because he couldn't figure out how to do it right, although it was doing right at one time. And I know you guys are smarter than him, so you'll be able to get it right. Because it's simple math. How many addies have been viewed times 10 cents times the commission. This max of 75 cents is actually correct because the most addies that can be viewed here is 25. Times 10 cents is $2.50. No, the most addies that can be viewed here is 5 times 30 times 10 cents times 5 cents, and that equals 75 cents. The most you can make on the first level is 75 cents. This is correct, but each of these levels should be equal to the number of addies viewed times 10 cents times the percentage here. And that should be dynamic, and it did work that way at one time. Now, I'm going to go to YouTube, and I've got my training running here. I want to try to get to where I can show you. I'll stop talking to. Okay. Okay. Notice that this is what the upper menu looked like before Doug screwed it up. It had my account, and you could go directly from there to Sales Center, Profile Messages, Setting, and you could log out here. That's where I want to log out. Had notifications, which shows, and there, as you can see there are the sub settings. Okay, now after that, there was a Shop Adycat menu, which you could just go straight to all categories of Adycat. Those menus are still intact in the back end, although they're no longer on top of the page. It's a fast start plan. I had also added a couple of other ones, and they're on the back end. You can see them; they're just not active. Now he's got something funky up here. Okay, let's go back and see what's changed. So all up here is supposed to be like that. I can close this for now. And over here, this logout wasn't here. I want to log out from the pull down menu. I don't know why he added that in there. Cashier basically looks good right now. Other than it's not lined up. Some things are it's not styled very well, but that's the basic information that I'm looking for. The Adycat, uh, Chris knows more about what this is where the addies appear that we want them to watch in the order that we want them to watch them. Then normally at the beginning of the month there would be 30 titles of 30 different addies here, and I can't show you an addy because he has that messed up for me right now. Under the downline, this actually was something I was very impressed with. It has the capability of me looking at my entire downline, collapsing it and expanding it down to where I could just look at my first 5 people. That seems to be working well, and I think it should stay that way. Profile, again, this seems to work fine, except that when people go to the members slash page up here, they can see they can click on all the recent members that have logged in, and they can see their stuff. I'm assuming that messaging is working correctly. Recruiting tools, he put the information in. This is the correct information. It used to be in sort of justified center, which made it look a lot better. You know, it was title was your referral URL, then that was centered, and under that was a space with just the URL address, and then I had better verbiage in here. You can see that verbiage actually in the video, and you can go to the video, see the videos that are in the back end on the landing page, some of the pages to see the videos that the video, especially video login and dashboard. I want to see what doesn't work. The way it looked like before. Oh, there's no process check button anymore. Here's a good example. The Adycat had a list of addies that they could watch. In fact, I think this all seems to be correct. This is the way it used to look, and when it was actually active, these was dynamic addies and the dynamic earnings, and these numbers would add and equal to the number in the cashier, and that's the downline which I showed you. This is what the referral recruiting tool page looked like. It used to be in here as a sub tab. It was a lot better looking. It had better verbiage in it. He just threw all that out because at that point he just didn't give a damn. Let's see. None of that matters. That seems to be working. I'm assuming that everything still works for changing avatar. Sending in messages ought to be the same. Changing password ought to be the same. So that should cover that. Okay, back to here. Back to Adycat. Okay, BizRate at the bottom. Amazon search at the bottom. Okay. Percentage completion. Everything else seems to work pretty correctly on the Addy side, except I cannot add any addies right now. Let me illustrate why. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna log in as the admin. See, it takes forever to log out. Okay, I'm gonna log in as an admin. I'm about to go to I'm supposed to go straight to my dashboard here, but I don't. I go to the back end, which is not that big a deal. Now, affiliate marketing, when I come here, what Doug tried to do was just put the space in here where they would pay me some sort of way, and I would put a certain amount of money in here, and then they would be able to click the add wizard and create addies. Now, another thing he did was he threw this in, which has got a missing term, where you would agree to terms and continue, and then I would go to the actual Addy creator. Chris is going to have to show you the Addy creator because this is not functional. And then he added in the statistics thing that shows that doesn't. There's no statistics to display because he didn't do anything with this. He didn't do anything with any of this stuff. Um, I can go to a. I'm going to show you a video so you can see what an Addy is. Then this part of the video will be complete. How money is made. All right, in the video, how money is made, which you could actually go to this and watch it yourself. Okay, as you can see, there's in the Addy queue, there's Addies to watch. You must watch 30 required Addies to become vested. It says not vested here. After you watch, after this 30 goes from 0 to 30, goes to 30 of 30, it changes to vested. It resets at midnight at the end of every month. Again, process check button is gone. So this is what an Addy is right here. I just click. This is what you create. There's a video to watch. After that, there is a quiz to take, which is a survey. I want to get the word quiz. I've been wanting him to put survey here instead of quiz. He won't do that. I don't know what show quiz means. You have to get the first one right. That was something he was supposed to be able to do, but he didn't do. We had to just set it up so that the passing score would be a 10%. Again, there would be 5 to 10 survey questions here that are basic surveys. And then after they complete the survey, and this will all be covered when I give you specs for the Addy provider side. After you hit submit, like in this case, it'll tell you that you've completed it, you got credit for it, and there will be a link to go to Cabela's where you could buy that product or any other product. The general idea of how we make money. And again, I have people saying that they will buy all of these from me as a group. They think it's a pretty good idea. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. I just want to find out. I think I've illustrated a lot of what is missing, so I'll end it at this point. We're heading out we're probably going to be, what we do in the next couple of days will be strongly associated with the storm that's out there. Talk to you later.